Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about becoming a more valuable person. Now, I'm talking mainly in business, but also in life, because sometimes people will say, well, my place of employment doesn't pay very much, there's no chance for a raise. And of course, what I always ask these people is, well, what have you done to make yourself more valuable? And I have to be clear, I'm not talking about your value as a human being, that intrinsic value you have as being someone created in the image and likeness of God. Of course not. That's inherent in you. You have that. I'm talking about the value you're producing for that company that you're working for. And this could apply as an entrepreneur too. The value you're producing in your business that's bringing a certain amount of money in from your clients. Too often people are looking to their place they're working to provide them a raise just because they exist. And most of them have no real, well, I work hard. Well, that doesn't mean you do a good job. That doesn't mean you're producing more value. The idea, and this used to be an old idea, that just because you've been there for a certain amount of time, well, I've been there for 10 years. But if you haven't improved in 10 years, you're not providing 10 years more of value. You're still at that entry level. Now, most likely that's not the case with you, but you may not have been improving very much. The average person doesn't improve very much at all. They hit a point to where it's good enough, and then they're just expecting the company to pay them cost of living increases and give them raises simply because they exist, simply because they're still performing at the same level and not digressing. Meanwhile, the mentality should be from you, how can I provide more value for this company? Because here's the thing. Some people will say, well, but if I do more, they're not going to pay me anymore, so it's not worth even trying. That's a terrible mentality. Even if your skill set is very limited, there's some demand for it. If you're performing at the highest level you can, and that company's not going to pay you more, for whatever reason, because of bad management or incompetence, you will be in demand somewhere else, because you will be someone who is not like everyone else, who is not just conforming to average and being mediocre. You will be in demand and you will command a higher value, because any wise employers are going to see that, see you're bringing something more to the table than everyone else, seeing that you bring more value, more productivity, and you're going to make them more money. And that's basically the end game. If you can demonstrate to your employer that by me being here, I am making you this much money and I want more because of this value I'm bringing, there's no argument there. But if your only argument is, well, I've been here for years, I show up on time, I do what's required of me, you haven't made a good case for yourself. And as a person of character and substance, you haven't improved yourself. Now, this also applies if you're an entrepreneur. What are you bringing to your clients? What are you bringing to your customers? Are you providing more value for them? Sometimes little simple things, just a thank you to the customer. Have you sent a thank you email out to your customers? Have you blessed them? Have you sent a thank you email out without some sort of promotion involved in it? Without just trying to get another sale? Just a true, legitimate thank you to your customers or your clients for being who they are. That you're truly grateful for them. That goes a long way, and that will get you more sales too. I'm not telling you to do that to get sales, but that will get you more sales. That will convert more sales and get you more income when you're doing it from that right heart. That is truly grateful for your customers, truly grateful for your clients. All this gets back to improving yourself, to becoming better. And you're not doing it simply so you can get a pay raise if you work for someone else, or so you can get more clients and customers, or get a higher profit from them. But you're doing it because you want to be the best. In whatever field you're in, you want to be the best. You know, as a teenager, I worked at a fast food restaurant. And that's not a noble job as far as it's entry level. Anyone could do it off the street. They could be taught it. There's no skill required, except you can make yourself perform at a better level than what is average. And I, as a 16-year-old teenager, could run the entire kitchen by myself in peak hours, where on other shifts, when it'd be 4 people in there and they were struggling. It wasn't some magic. I just tried to improve myself and get better and better, even at that job I didn't like, even at that job that wasn't going anywhere. But I got better and I got to be the best. And I got raises where other people didn't. But I deserved the raise. I was better. I was better than 4 people put together. Think of that. If your employer can pay you, even if they pay you double the going rate, but you can do the work of 4 people, you've just saved them 2 different salaries from people who are basically not performing at your level, not even performing at a quarter of your level. And some people are doing the best they can. This is not criticizing those individuals, but the point is, you can, if you put effort, because see, those people could have done way better. Sometimes I saw them perform at very, very, very high levels, but they didn't because they didn't care. Now, I didn't care about the fast food industry either, but I did care about being the best, being my best. It wasn't being the best as far as in comparison with other people. It was being the best I could be. And so I've taken that throughout life, and I've of course had failures, but I at least tried. And you doing that, if you're working for someone else and you're legitimately trying to be the best you can be, employers take note. And like I said, if they don't take note, either because they're just cheap or incompetent, you will be in demand elsewhere, because that is a rare person. You are a very rare individual, a unique individual who is constantly trying to improve themselves inside work and outside work. And that's important, and that's valuable. And that will make the company more money, which in turn should mean you get higher pay. And if not, maybe you could take your skills and start your own business. Now, some people aren't cut out for that, I get it. But if you have a spouse, maybe they could run the business aspect of it and you could do the skill part that you do. There are ways you can make things work. Maybe you can find a business partner, a brother or a sister, or a friend. There's something you could probably do to make that business happen if you really wanted to. My point is just that you become the best you could possibly be. Make yourself of more value. Become that person who is always striving for excellence. Because people will talk about it, they'll put their cute little strive for excellence and signs and stuff up, and they'll send little things about, we're going to do the best today and all this stuff. But very few are doing anything toward that goal. But when you do things and you do it as if you're doing it unto the Lord, you're going to be performing at a massively high level, far exceeding what everyone else is, far exceeding average. And you will become more valuable to the marketplace. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.